Hey guys, what's up? Long time no hear. I wanted to do this quick video, kind of inspirational, but I'm hoping that it'll affect you in a profound way. So if you want and you have the time, just take heed, listen to the message, okay? Everything that I say usually comes from personal experience, from either something that I've seen or something that actually has happened to me. So the first thing I want to mention just real quick is that as we quickly start approaching, the new year, which is just a little over a month away from now, so many people have their New Year's resolutions. They think about what it is that they want to do, and they say, this coming New Year, I'm going to do A, B, and C. And while it's good that you're even at least thinking that, the better thing to do is to start whatever it is that you're thinking of doing now. Today is the day, right? So no one is promised tomorrow. So you try to do whatever you could for today. Now, a couple of distinctions here is there is a difference between, spending your time and investing your time. Spending your money and investing your money. And based on me being emphatic on how I'm saying it, I'm assuming you get the point. But so a good example would be, let's just say in a relationship, okay? It could be work, it could be a relationship, it could be a workout, it could be whatever. But let's just, for the sake of this example, let's just use a relationship. Okay, so you go into a relationship and you say, I'm going to invest my time in this, and the hopes is that someone else, the other party, is investing their time in this. Now, when you hear the word investment, usually you might think of ROI, your return on the investment, right? So what is the return that you're looking for? So it's cliche to say that, you reap what you sow, but it's true, right? So if I give of my time, if I give of my love, if I give of my skills, if I give of my work, if I give of my affection, then those are things that you're investing. Now, again, investing kind of has a connotation of returning. So you reap what you sow. So you're hoping that similarly, the investment is also being pushed out on the other direction and poured into you. This way, so if you're giving into your investment and then they're giving into their investment, then you can see the law of reciprocity happening right before your eyes. So now let's just say that you're giving all of those things that I mentioned, but you're not getting anything. So for me personally, and you guys make up your own, rules for your life, but for me personally, it's what I've come down to is, and I might even, adjust this in the future, but what I've come to learn is, I'll give a 3-shot basis, okay? Give of your time, give of your love, give of your whatever it is that you have, your money, your skills, your talents, and wait, and give yourself a time marker, right? Because again, presumably your counterpart is also investing in you. And so then it will be reciprocal, and that's where all of this growth happens. Because if I stir from the middle, okay, so that's that law of reciprocity, then that stirring becomes larger and larger and larger, and the momentum becomes so big, that's where the growth happens between the two of you. But if you're giving and you give yourself a time frame, you go, man, I'm just not feeling it, And then you give some more, and then you just kind of put that marker in your head and say, man, this is the second time I kind of gave myself to this relationship, and I'm just not seeing it. And then thirdly, you gave maybe even more. This is where I would say, is the best time for you to check to see if your ROI is truly something that you think you made the best investment on. Because what happens is you have a choice to make to either stay or leave. Now, leaving means that you are leaving this. Now we're going to not call it investment. Now this is where I'm talking about where you can either waste your time or you can invest your time. So now this is a waste of time because you see there's no reciprocation, there's no growth. So now if you continue past this marker point that I mentioned, then shame on you, because now anything subsequent to that that continues to bring you down is really your fault, because you had an opportunity to see, well, my investment wasn't working on me, so let me just go. But if you stood and the same pattern continues to happen and you're not happy, then it's shame on you. So you pull out because now you're wasting your time and not investing your time. Now, of course, you can see how this model works with anything. This could be a job, like I said, a relationship. This could be in your training, and specifically because I'm a teacher. The reason why I mention this is because, when a student comes in here, they should have an expectation to see what their ROI is, right? So I come in as a student and I invest my money and my time in hopes that I gain something from this, right? Now, if they don't gain anything from it, they can clearly say like, hey, Sifu, coach, this is just not working out for me. You're a nice guy, but I need to make my investment somewhere else. And that's good, that's smart. Now, if it's reciprocal and then you still feel unhappy, this is where you have to make that choice in your mind. What is truly the problem? Is the problem with me or is the problem with you? Because now if I'm giving my 200% and you give your regular 100% and you want to see what your ROI is and you don't really see what you're looking for, then maybe, possibly, it's on you. Okay, maybe you're not giving what you think you're supposed to be giving, okay, or what you think you are giving. So in the grand scheme of things, again, this is applicable to everything. This happens at the workplace. People get a new job and they're overzealous and they work and they pour in themselves, because you have to know your worth. They pour in themselves and they're working 7 days a week. They're working mornings, they're working evenings, they're working weekends, and they're doing it in hopes that there will be a return on their investment. Now, their investment is their time. They're keeping themselves away from their family. They're not seeing their friends. They're not even eating right. They're not even working out like they used to. And they don't see any reciprocation because the company or the job just left them flat. And so they're pouring and pouring and pouring. And then all of a sudden, the amount of hours that you were to tally up in a given week doesn't even come close to what you should be getting paid. So these are the things that I'm talking about. Make sure that this season, okay, like right now, I'm not talking about in New Year's, I'm talking about right now, make the investment in yourself. Now, by making the investment in yourself doesn't mean that it's easy. It just means that you make an investment in hopes that you will see a return on it, and you put in all of your effort, and after a certain point, if you don't see the results, then you'll know where the problem falls. If it's working out, maybe your trainer is kind of like dangling the proverbial carrot stick and you just can't seem to obtain your goal, yet they want you to stay with them and they say, we'll take you to the next level, we'll take you to the next level. And then you never get to that point. Again, you have to make that marker in your mind to know, have you fully received your investment? If not, it is not an investment. I want you guys to understand that. It's not an investment. It's a waste of time. A waste of time. Time that you would never get back. It's a waste of time and money. Money you would never get back. So you could learn something from it. If you cut out just at the nick of time, you can learn something from it, extrapolate the good things that you did get from it, and then apply it to your life, and then boom, move forward and continue to look for investments. So number one, always invest in yourself, okay? So never count yourself out in anything. But if you're looking for a martial arts place, if you're looking for a place to help you get fit, if you're looking for a place that's going to be real with you, and you see that reciprocation of you giving and them giving, and together building this kind of cycle, this whirlwind that's growing, then that's the place you want to stay and continue to invest. If not, it's just going to be a waste of time and money and effort and everything else in between. So remember, guys, no one owes you anything. I tell you this all the time, and you don't owe anybody anything. We're all here to see how we can better ourselves so that we can be productive human beings in this world, so that hopefully we can pass on to others, so that others can pass on to others. And that's how the world is going to grow in hopefully the right direction. All right. So before New Year's happens, make your resolution today, this very second. And if you stood for the remainder of this video at all, kudos to you. But if you did, I really implore you, write down your goals right now and then start making the moves you need to do to get to those goals right now. Because no one's going to do it for you. You have to do it. Okay? So remember, there is a difference, and make sure you when you verbalize that, make sure you capture that in your brain and in your mind, that you understand when you're saying, I'm spending my money and time, or I'm investing my money and time. And now you know the difference, okay? So if I don't hear from you until then, happy holidays to you all, and I really wish you all growth and success in your futures.